This is the famous La Colorada mine. It's currently owned by Pediment Exploration, or part of it is owned by Pediment Exploration. Pediment says one of the latest sampling programs from El Dorado, who held it between 1993 and the year 2000, said it averaged about 9.9 grams per ton. El Dorado had a heap leaching operation for about 7 years, and after they shut down, the private Mexican owner ran it for a couple of years, or almost 2 years. Until recently, this was the largest producing gold mine in Sonora, and La Herradura actually took that over as the biggest producing mine in Sonora State. It's recorded that between 1876 and 1914, more than 3 million ounces of gold was produced out of this mine. This is one of the main pits that you see here. There's another pit off in the background as well. We don't know if we can actually get around there because it's fairly well fenced off. Pediment Exploration they say they have 9 concessions that total just over 1,000 hectares, or 1,070 hectares in this area. We're going to go down and ask some people what they've seen in this area for exploration and everything. I've spent the first time I encountered this mine was about 3 years ago, and obviously it was shut down at that time. This equipment that you see on the ridge, it has been there constantly unmoved for the total 3 years of that time. This is your basic heap leaching operation. They would take material from the pit that you see down below here and would crush it to size. I'm not sure what size, but then they would take it over to their pads and they would cyanide it. It's your typical cyanide operation. I'm not sure, I can't see where their solution recovery part of the plant is, but it's got to be in there somewhere. There's evidence of a sampling program in the area. As you can see, the red paint and the tags. However, the condition of the tags and the red paint lead me to believe that the sampling was probably done about 1 or 2 years ago. The weathering of the paint and the condition of the tags, they're not new or anything like that. Anything that was written on them is faded, well faded. Although that does happen quickly here in the sun, but we're talking with the paint peeling off of the rocks, it's probably closer to more than a year. You can tell by the vegetation that it's very dry here, all of the cactus and stuff like that, which is typical for northern Mexico. When this mine was under operation, this dam here, or this holding area, would have been full of water, and they would probably recycle it as well back to here. This is the dam that would hold it all back. You can see it's quite large, and it would hold at least a few million liters of water for processing. If you run out of water in Mexico when you're processing, that's the end of your processing. So it's an important aspect to think about. You can see they use the natural environment to help them.